This is lesson 3 out of a total of 25 lessons in which I teach my students about having a growth mindset. The title and focus of this lesson is that you can achieve new skills in any area of your life at any time.
Nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills.
Those weren't the skills I was thinking of, but they work. You can learn those as well at any time. I do want to let you know that I'll include the link in the description for the introduction video to these 25 lessons. In addition to that, I will also include the link for the video in which I show my students today. But first, let's play that intro and then get on to that lesson. So here we go. This is lesson 3 out of a total of 25 lessons that we're going to do. Once again, the idea is teaching success principles. And so what we're doing is we're kind of looking over a total of 25 different success principles. And so we're on number 3 right now. And so here's what we got. In fact, let's give some extra credit points. Someone raise your hand and just tell me, what is the first success principle we talked about? Go ahead, Colin. Human potential is nearly limited. The question is, do you believe that? That's the hard part. It's easy to say it, but do you really believe it? And to take the jump in saying that I believe my potential is nearly limitless. All right, I'm not sure if you're there yet or not, but that's hopefully where you eventually will get to be. Number 2, what's the second one we learn over here to Noah? Personal growth should be your highest priority. Once again, if you put the focus on anything else, at some point in time, you're going to be disappointed. That's just the reality of it. You're going to be disappointed. No matter what your goal is, if that is what you consider your worth to be, or what that's going to give you happiness, trust me, you're going to fall short some way, somehow. And if you do, then it'll be ultimate success. For example, my daughter, her goal is to get A's. That's her goal. And so math class, her goal was to get an A. She failed a test. I think her grade went down to a D because of this test. And now she is frustrated, a little sad, upset, and everything else goes along with it. That's because she put her focus on that goal of getting the A. But her real focus should be on doing the best that she can for that test. If she put her best effort in for that test and she ended up failing the test, it's still a celebration because she did everything she could to do well on that test. So the goal is not to put the emphasis on the ultimate outcome, but to put the emphasis upon the process. And once again, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'm old, right? I'm an old guy, and this has taken me a long time to figure out. So for you to, if you learned this earlier than I did, man, you got a whole future ahead of you that is wide open. So that is the reason we are doing this. Now the third one is this. So if your potential is nearly limitless, all right, and your focus is on the process, the idea is that in order to get to that ultimate outcome, whatever it may be, there's this gap. Example, if I want to become a football star, right? I want to go to NFL, but I'm playing football right now in 8th grade. How do you get from there to become an NFL player? The answer is between that is a little bit of time, but also it's skills. Skills in blocking, skills in catching, skills in all these skills that you can acquire to get where you want to go. But to get to that spot, it requires learning those skills. So if your intention is always to become better, to keep growing, your goal should be to get those skills. If your goal is to become an astronaut, you're going to have to know math. Wherever you're at right now, you can learn math to eventually get you to that point. So you got to figure out what your ultimate goal is going to be, what skills you need to acquire to get there, and then when you do that journey, focus on the journey, not the end result. And once you focus on the journey, that's where you're going to find joy, fulfillment, and it'll get you that much closer. And you'll be able to handle setbacks a lot easier. So you can achieve new skills in any area at any time. This mainly applies for old people, I'm thinking, right? So I'm old now, and I'm thinking, can I really learn new things? And yeah, did you ever hear the saying, you can't teach old dog new tricks? I'm not sure. Hold on, you guys are probably too young for that. There's a saying, you can't teach old dog new tricks. And the idea is that, hey, once you learn something, you're kind of fixed where you're at, you can't teach them something new. But this goes exactly opposite. Give you a real personal example of mine. If you knew me when I was back in 8th grade, I was nowhere close to where I am now, as far as personality-wise. I was shy. Well, actually, I'm still shy. But I was very quiet. Well, I'm still quiet. I guess I was the same. But what happens is, to eventually get to the spot where I wanted to be a teacher, I had to learn some new skills. And that didn't happen until I was about age 25, I think it was. Age 25. Up until that point, I was real quiet, real reserved, not outspoken at all. I was a student in the back that sat there, did absolutely nothing as far as speaking, never volunteering, nothing like that. Then at age 25, I joined a group called Toastmasters, which has to do with public speaking. Because of that group, I started acquiring a new skill of being able to speak in front of people. It is still very hard for me. If you take me out of this classroom setting, you put me on, like on a stage, or if I have to talk to other teachers, like at our meetings, we have to talk, to each other. Like there's a group of 40 of us, 60 of us, and I have to give a presentation. I still get real nervous. It's out of my element. But I acquired enough skills to get me to the point where I could eventually be in front of a class. You probably don't believe me because, it's teacher, whatever they do. But I'm telling you, that wasn't me 20-something years ago. So at age 25, I acquired those skills. And because I acquired those skills, it led to other things, which eventually led to me becoming a teacher. So the idea is you can acquire skills at any time. So back to the question, do you believe this stuff? Do you believe your potential is nearly limitless? Is growing like your biggest priority, becoming a better person? And do you really believe you can choose, achieve new skills at any time? Here's here's an example. Here we go. I'm going to teach you a new skill you probably don't have down yet. Some of you might, because some of you are geniuses in here. But it's the skill is, I'm not sure if you want to call it a magic trick. But here, I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to teach you this trick. And let's see if you can get it down. So here we go. 5 minutes. You can go ahead and keep up there. On the screen, here we go. We got a total of 21 cards. 21 cards. Oh, I need a volunteer to pick a card. Okay, let's have Julian, don't tell me the card. I want you to go up to the screen, and I want you to touch the card. Don't tell you about the card. Go up there and touch. No, don't touch the card. I tell you what. How are you going to figure this out, man? I don't want to know what it is. Write it on the whiteboard back here for everybody to see, and then erase it. Go for it. You guys see it? Did you write it down? Okay, erase it. Is it erased, Julian? Julian, come on, you're killing me. Just stand in front of it, Julian. All right, here we go. You answer as a class. Tell me what row is it in. Is it in the first row, second? Don't tell me the card, though. Is it first row, second row, third row? Third row it is. All right. So the idea, I remember I learned this from my dad. My dad taught me this, and he doesn't know how it works. I don't know how it works, but we know it works. But I remember learning this when I was, I think I was maybe I was around your age when I learned this. And I think he went to a bar one time, and he was at the bar, somebody showed him, then he learned it and showed it to me, and I thought my dad was a genius. He did that a lot. It kind of made me think he was a genius. What row is it in? Third row still? Third row still? Okay. What's that? No. All right. And so it's a simple trick. Now, my understanding has to do with math. I'm not a math teacher, so I don't know how the math works in it. But from what I can tell, I've done this 100 times, and it seems to work every single time. What row? Second row, And so I was thinking about playing the lotto. And the lotto is pretty tough, though, because in the lotto, you got to pick, how many numbers you pick in the lotto? No one knows? 6 numbers. You pick 6 numbers in the lotto, right? So let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right? And then I thought if I ever won the lotto, I'd buy a lot of what? Diamonds, right? I'll buy a lot of diamonds. And so I'd probably end up with, I don't know, 7 diamonds. Does that sound right? Julian, is that right? What do you mean no? That's right, 7 diamonds, right? Let's do it one more time just to see how it's done real fast. Julian, I'm going to teach you. Come here real fast, Julian. Ready? All right. So the secret is this. It's just a simple thing. It's how you pick up the cards. Everybody pick a card. Do not tell Julian what it is. Someone go up there. Well, actually, here's it. All right, see. Right on the back here. Right in the back here. Hurry. Right in the back. All right. And so the way it works, and everybody sees what it is. All right. You guys see it? All right. So it is in the first row, right? First row. So what I want you to do, it's in the first row. That is the second row you're going to pick up. You're going to pick up this row first. Turn them over. Pick up that first row. Just like that. Put it on top. And then the next row. Put it on top. And then you're just going to lay them out again. Here we go. It's going to go like this. Like that. You got it? All right. So what row is the card in? Third row. All right. Same thing. This goes in the middle. So pick up one first. Pick any other one up. Put it down. Pick another one up. No, this one next. There you go. Put it on top. And one more. And put it on top. And throw it out one more time. And now it is going to be the fourth card down in whatever row they choose. All right. So it should be the fourth card down in whatever row they choose. And the question would be, what row is it in? Keep laying them down. Keep laying them down. What row is it in? The answer is which row? First row. How many down is it? 4 down. It always works. I don't know why or how, but it works. And so the secret is, and so what card is it? Fourth one down, first row. What card is it? Yep, first row, fourth one down. What card is it? Ace of diamonds. That's the card. So that is how you do the trick. So that is how long did it take you to teach that new skill? 5 minutes, 10 minutes the most, right? My hope is that when you're old like me, you'll be like, hey, geez, check this card trick out, you know? Or go home and try to impress somebody with it. So once again, the way it works, you got the cards here. Let's say it is the Queen of Spades. The secret is you pick up one row first, put this one on top of it, and then this one on top, and you deal them out again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What row is it in? Third row. So you pick up one of these first. Make sure you pick up one of these first. Put this one on top, so this goes like in the middle, and then this one. And now, whatever row you choose, this should be the fourth one down, and it would be row number 2. Simple card trick. Practice it at home sometime. Practice it at home sometime. All right, so I want to show you a quick video. This quick video is Tom Bilyeu. This is the guy that we're kind of basing the lessons upon. Once again, he's the founder of Quest Nutrition. And he's talking, though, about the number one skill you need to have above everything else. And it starts with that very, very first lesson, which is belief. If you can get belief down, then you can do everything. But the problem most people have is they don't believe they can do anything they really want to.